Yeah, I'm almost speechless. Almost. It still is me. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, journalist, podcaster, and your number one source for everything It Ends With Us saga. My mind is still trying to process what just happened minutes ago. As many of you know, the actress of untraceable talent issued a subpoena against me. It is not only painfully overbroad and burdensome, but Van Zan Veruca is also asking me for my privileged and protected information and work product. The toothless ballbuster is asking for my sources. I'm a reporter, a journalist, whether she likes it or not. And by law, I am not required to hand that over, especially in Nevada, which offers absolute protection to reporters. Thankfully, last month, I filed a motion to quash this subpoena here in Las Vegas, where I live, where I work, where I was served, and where Subpoena Serena's own subpoena lists as the place of compliance. That means, in addition to compliance, any issues with regards to the subpoena have to be litigated here, meaning compel or quash. There was a hiccup, though, along the way. Because of the abusive discovery practices, in my opinion, from Team Bland Boozley, I filed a motion for a protective order in New York. And then her very high-paid lawyers argued with her bestie, Lyman, in the Southern District of New York, that I subjected myself to that court's jurisdiction when I filed my motion for a protective order with Judge Lyman. Nope, 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 nope. But her bestie said she has a right to have that heard in his court. And that if I did not file a response, Judge Lyman, her lapdog, would rule without opposition. So, even though I felt like I was being tricked into this, I was having my hand forced, I responded. However, I narrowed it down to just this issue of jurisdiction and their claim that I subjected myself to the Southern District of New York. I turned this in a week ago in SDNY, and Lyman has not ruled yet. And I've done a lot of research, and I could be wrong, but I believe Lyman is sitting this one out. He is purposefully not ruling on it because he knows I filed a motion to quash in Nevada. And just this week, Betty Bubbles and Backpedals also filed in Nevada. She filed an opposition to my motion to quash and a cross motion to compel, as well as also asking the judge here in Las Vegas to transfer to her bought and paid for, in my opinion, judge in New York. And that leads us to what just happened. I signed up for the electronic filing system, thankfully, so I don't have to pay on Pacer to find out what is happening in my case. The judge just issued an order. It reads, Minute order in chambers of the Honorable Judge Richard F. Boulware II. Before the court for consideration are the motion to quash by In Re Mario Lavandeira Jr., that's me, and the motion to seal document by In Re Mario Lavandeira Jr. A motion hearing is set for August 28th, 2025 at 12:15 p.m. in Las Vegas courtroom 7C before Judge Richard F. Boulware II. I have so many thoughts. My brain is racing. First, come. I could be wrong, but the Diddy trial was also in federal court, and that was open to the public. So if anybody, especially or hopefully media, wants to come and cover this, or just watch me in action, come. Thursday, August 28th, 2025 at 12:15 p.m. in LV Courtroom 7C before the judge. I don't believe this is behind closed doors. It is called a motion hearing. Now, what I've heard and understand is this motion hearing is going to be like a mini trial, right? Oh my God. I'm not being sued, but the issue of the subpoena and the parallel motion for sealing, that is being litigated now. Fudge. As many of you know, I don't have a lawyer. I've been handling this all pro se. And I'm calming down now. I clearly, in my brain, don't have the case law to cite this and to reference that. However, what I do have going for me is the truth, the facts. And so long as I answer honestly, which I would do, and will do, then I should be fine. I don't have the case laws to pull up in this big old head, but what I do have are the facts, the truth, my lived experience, the arguments, what I remember writing in my filings to this judge. And I kind of really like the fact that the judge has set a date next week. We're getting some real movement on this. The key issues here are, first and foremost, I am a journalist. The subpoena is asking my sources, my protected and privileged work product. In Nevada, that is sacred. She does not have access to that. She has not proven exceptional circumstances that would warrant this. What's going on here is a very pedestrian dispute over a subpoena and issues related to that. It's also a subpoena that is very burdensome, going back May of 2024 and asking me for so much. It's more than burdensome. It is unduly burdensome. It is inappropriately burdensome. And she's not exhausted all of her options in the Southern District of New York. In fact, just yesterday, her bestie issued a ruling with regards to compelling the Wayfarer defendants with discovery. Lyman gave them some time to argue why or why not they should or shouldn't hand over even more discovery into this year. They had stopped handing over information at the end of December last year. So I now have a week to prepare. If you have any tips, anything that I should tell the judge or not tell the judge, any advice for me, everything would be appreciated. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I'm nervous. I think this is good, or it could be bad. I don't know. I'll just be honest and try my best. All right. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your input. I will see you in the comments section.